Hey guys, what's going on? Nez Hoover here with the UFC 208 recap. Last night's fights. It was an interesting card from Brooklyn, to say the least. To start off, the Jim Miller Dustin Poirier fight was fireworks as expected. I don't think it went any different than anyone expected. Fight of the night. It was a fight of the night candidate beforehand. So that went as planned. I did not expect Cannonier and Teixeira to go the full distance. That was surprising. Cannonier, although taking a loss, came in against a number 3 ranked light heavyweight and took him the distance. Teixeira was able to take him down, but never really inflicted a whole lot of damage. I don't think that changes anything in the light heavyweight division. It's still very top heavy and not very deep. We got Rumble and Cormier coming up, and the man John Jones is going to get the winner. And then after that, the loser of Cormier Johnson probably gets the winner of Bones and the winner. So it's all top heavy in the light heavyweight division. Wish we could start getting some depth back in that division. It was once, a great division with all these legends coming from the light heavyweight division. But that being said, we move on to the card, and let's get to the co-main. We had Anderson Silva make his return to the middleweight division, fighting, I think, one of the top prospects in the middleweight division, Derek Brunson. 5 or 6 stoppages in the first round in a row, and then kind of came out careless, as he admitted, against Robert Whittaker down in Australia. And I don't think it was his best performance last night, and as Coach Greg Jackson said in the corner, he was giving Anderson Silva a little too much respect, and I agree with that. I think that Brunson ultimately won the fight, but I feel like that's one of those fights where you just never let it go, put it in the judge's hands. And I think that's what happened last night. I don't agree with the decision, but at the same time, you cannot let it go to the judge's hands. Dana White said it himself. He did not agree with the decision, but, that's how fighting goes. And I think that's what happened last night to Brunson. Is it right? No, but, I think that's just what happens. So, I think that Brunson will bounce back. He's still, one of the top prospects in the middleweight division. I think Anderson Silva, although still has skills, let's be real, he's 41 years old. I don't see him doing a whole lot of damage, even though he's arguably the greatest of all time. So, I think people just like to watch him fight. And as do I. So now, as we get to the main event, and it's tough here because I had picked Holly. I thought Holly would win the fight, and she came out. She had some trouble kind of finding her range early in the fight, which I thought she might, similar to the Shevchenko fight, where she, I think, got caught into being first, and she likes to counter a lot of times and get caught in being first. I think she lost the first 2 rounds, and the third round I think could have gone either way. I think Holly definitely won the 4th and the 5th. As I said in the preview, I thought she was going to go for a takedown a little sooner, and had she done that, even though she wasn't successful, she stole rounds. I think it got a little bit of booze there in Brooklyn, but she definitely stole rounds. And as I was scoring it through, I actually scored the first 3 for Randamie. But if you look at it as an overall fight, I think that Holly won the fight. But I think that's what happens a lot of times when you're scoring it as a judge from round to round. You're not looking back once the fight's over and actually saying, hey, this fighter actually won. Holly, probably controlled more of her 2 rounds, scored towards her. than Randamie really did in her 3 rounds. So I could see that it going Randamie's way. But I thought that they were going to give it to Holly. Again, like I mentioned with the last fight, you just don't want to let it go to the judge's hands. Now, where does that leave Holly? Does she stay at 145? I believe so. Everyone's making a big deal of the 3 losses in a row. I don't think that's a big deal. Anderson had lost 5 and had 1 no contest. If people want to see her fight, she's gonna fight. She was winning the Miesha Tate fight, got caught in the end, had a tough night against Shevchenko, but last night, I mean, she held her own against a world-class striker, and just kind of came out on the wrong end. That's what happens. I think that she stays in the 145. I think that Randamie gets Cyborg next, if they can make that fight happen, which I hope they do. And then, Holly may take someone else on at 145, win that, and then get another shot. Let's be real, the division's not very deep right now, so, she's not far behind. I think the card was a little lackluster. I think people are usually looking for a little more excitement, but it is what it is. It's not pre-scripted, so sometimes you have some amazing fights back to back to back to back, and this one was kind of some controversial decisions. We had 1 fight of the night which deserved it, but it is what it is. That's the way it goes. It's not pre-scripted. It's not professional wrestling. And people go fight and put their lives on the line. So we'll end it there. Chewy Beef 208. And we'll see what Beaver has to say about this. Go follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. And we got a lot coming forward. Chewy Beef. There's some boxing coming up in the next couple weeks. So stay tuned. Talk to you later. Peace.